Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to online classes and have a pleasant morning to all of you. Now, I, Ajay Kumar, your English teacher, is going to read the next part of the poem. The poem name is The Lake Isles of Innisfree, written by William Butler Yeats. So in the first part of the video we have read till first stanza, and the things which we have discussed about was there were three slides. We read the poem twice, which we have to, and we have read about the author in fourth slide, and we have analyzed the title of the poem also in fifth slide, and characters, the narrator himself, William Butler Yeats, and we have seen settings, that was Ireland, and we have read about the parts of poem in 8th slide, and we have read in ninth slide a stanza wise explanation. So we have read the explanation of first stanza in first part of the video, and today we are going to cover up the remaining part of this chapter, this poem. Now we have covered in last part of video the first stanzas explanation. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattle made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. So I have explained about that, and let us see in the 10th slide. This famous work was written by Henry David Thoreau. The central idea of Thoreau's book Walden was to stay close to nature and feel its bliss. Like you can see here in this part, like how Walden has life in the woods, and Mr. East was quite impressed with the work of Thoreau's. Okay, and that's why he has added the wattles. A man building a house with clay and wattles. You can see here in this image how the wattles are. This part. Of the, wooden fixed part are called wattles, and clay is used to cover that wattles. Now in stanza 2 we are going to read about the next part, next stanza. I'll explain it also. And I shall have some peace there. No peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings, their midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. So in this second stanza, you can see the narrator believed that he will experience peace there while staying at Innisfree. There the hazy mist of morning slowly falls to the earth. You all have experienced, when you have been to your village some time or someday. So in the morning, how the mist falls down slowly to the earth. The poet explains that there is a peace in slow pastoral life of the isles where there is no rush and no crowd, because that's an free place. Now you can see in third uh, point, it is mentioned slowly as the fog clears and it is a morning time, and still there is silence such that the sound of cricket is clearly heard. Now here cricket is not the game, cricket is an insect. If you have read the chapters, you might have read about the ant and the cricket chapter in standard 8. So the same insect here is being discussed. In this place, the poet describes that the brightness of the moon lights the nights, and The afternoons have a purple tinge in the light of setting sun. By evening, the sky is full of linnet birds, with their wings fluttering all over. You can see here in the picture linnet birds, and I believe all of you have experienced in the evening time how the linnet birds, you know, fly all together happily in the sky in innisfree places, mostly in like you can say uh, village side, or like hilly areas, or where the forests are, where the trees are found more. So veils of morning, it means like a covering of fog in the morning, that is called veils. वेल्स मतलब एक जिसको हम चादर बोलते हैं, नकाब डला डला होता है, घिरा होता है, ढका होता है. Glimmer, shine brightly like a star or light. Glow, it's emit a steady even light without flames. Linnet, small songbirds, which sounds very pretty. Now in this poem, you can see some visual imageries are given. Visual images are given. That is called Veils of Morning. You can see here in this first, uh, like see a picture, and second picture you can see noon in purple glow, and and evening full of the linnet's wings. There are the three visual imageries are given here, added here in the slides. Now we'll read the next third no next stanza, that is stanza number 3. I will arise and go now, for always night and day. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. Now let me do the explanation part. The poet repeats his declaration of going to Innisfree as if with the recollections of the scenic beauty of the isles. He has concentrated, finalized his decision to visit the isle. He remembers the soft sound of water clapping with the shore as he stands on the roadway or the grey pavement of the street. He can hear the he can hear this sound echoing deep in his heart, a longing to go to peaceful life of food. Now you can see lake water lapping. That means a sound produced by the soft touch water with the shore. Pavement, that is road cover with a material such as stone or concrete to make it smooth for walking and vehicles, right? You can see here in the picture image. Now the theme, we explanation of the all three stanzas ends here. We will discuss now here about the themes. Now themes, it is defined as a main idea or an underlying meaning of the literary work, which may be started directly or indirectly. Now here the subject is the Lake Isles of Innisfree. It is a beautiful and tranquil, a symbol of beauty of nature. Here a few things have been, a few themes has been taken, few words which we must emphasize. Peace. The speaker strongly desire for peace. That's why he want to go to Lake Isles of Innisfree. He wishes to be alone at Innisfree apart from the seething of street filled with people. Now you can see here nature versus civilization. The poem depicts that just by being close to nature, we can be happy. The poet experiences freedom when he is close to nature, while the civilization constricts him and takes those very values, that means the freedom and peace of any person, which matter most to him. It means for William Butler Yeats, the most valuable parts are freedom and peace, and he feels like when he was in the city, it has been taken away from him. Now, the third thing which we can see, nature and spirituality. Why nature? Because these all parts, the lake of Isles Innisfree is the part of nature, right? Now, spirituality, being close to the nature brings about a soothing change in a person. Now, when you will do some yoga or spirituality work, it will soothe your change. It will soothe the change in your personality. Nature is a powerful force which can bring about drastic change in human beings. When the speaker is close to nature, he feels the connection to his inner self or a spiritual self. Being in harmony with nature, the speaker recollects the joy and relaxation of his childhood. Now, the next thing we'll see here is solitude and a longing for escape. The narrator also wants to spend time alone, probably to reconnect with himself through connection with nature. The nature will help him to restore his balance of mind, and with a clear mind, he will be able to sort out the new directions he wants to move in, the confusion or the problems of his life. The poem has plan for future and memories of the past, as if the poet wants to break away from the present. Imaginations and reality in this poem. The narrator seeks peace in the innisfree through his memories or imagined trip to the beautiful place. The poet visits the place in his imagination and momentarily gets a sense of comfort in his life. Now, the symbols which are used in this poem are innisfree, that you can read ideal place in nature which can provide peace and relaxation to a person. It is a symbol of happy memories of a speaker's childhood. You can see cabin is a symbol of simplistic and peaceful existence in natural surroundings, as opposed to people's desire of living lavishly in mansions and villas. Bean rose symbols for beans are a source of human being to connect to forces with nature. It is a rich source of proteins. They are also considered to be symbol of transformation to an energetic and better life. Buzzing bees are symbols of perseverance and personal power. A bee is a symbol of hard work, and therefore, a beehive is a symbol of prosperity rising from toil. Buzzing bees are happy and lively bees. Now, light, it symbolizes a wisdom throughout experiences, realizations, and observations. It is also a symbol of illuminations and revelation of nature. Road and pavements, gray as a color symbolizes depression, loss, and dullness. Road and pavement symbolizes dullness and artificiality of modern city life and constructions. Though the roads provide smooth pathways, making people's life easier, but it also attracts a lot of crowd. The poet refers nature trails in order to be away from crowd and in nature's peaceful company. Now, the poetic devices used in this poem is allusion. It is a brief, indirect, or passing references to an object, person, place, character, or idea of literary, historical, cultural, or mythological or political significances that has gained a lot of popularity. It is not described in detail, nor is the source revealed. Now, example for, you can say, she acts like Scrooge with the money. Scrooge alludes to a Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, a character who is stingy with money. Now, allusion to Bible, opening phrase of the poem, you can see, "I will arise and go," is a phrase similar to "Let us arise and go." Now, it has been written in Book of Genesis 35 subsection 3 King James Version. It suggests that the spiritual nature of the phrase, and the allusion expresses the poet in disavowing his worldly possessions and returning to nature. It is similar to the Son of God, redirecting his faith and affinity to God and returning to home. That is the allusion. Now, uh, you can see allusion to Walden. Nine Bin Rows are allusion to Henry David Thoreau's chapter in a book Walden, which is entitled The Bead Field, which resonate with Thoreau's connect. Now, metaphor, you can see it is a direct reference to a thing regarded as a representative or symbolic of something. The veils of morning is a metaphor that compares the early morning haze, such as fog and a dew, to a veil or a separator. A veil used as a covering, often worn for religious purposes. A repetition, you can see here, I will arise and go now and go to innisfree. I will arise and go now. So this is called repetition. Repetition means a simple repetition of words or lines to secure, emphasize. Imagery in the poem, you can see how, small cabin dropping from veils of the morning, their midnights all a glimmer, noon a purple glow. These are the imagery things added. Alliteration, that is, I hear lake water lapping with low sound by the shore. So you can see here, soft, I mean, like L and S sound has been taken here. Internal rhyming is roadway, gray. Roadway and gray are the. Now anaphora, you can see here, go and now and go to, dropping slow and dropping from, they build there, have there. um, so what actually anaphora, the author uses this the, actually the author uses it to generate a particular effect in readers, like persuasions through a repetition of certain word or phrase at the beginning of successive lines of writing or a speech. That is called anaphora. So you can see go now and go to, these are the words. Now, some more details, that the rhyming scheme of the poem, which has been used here, AB, you can see here. uh, then tone of the poem, the tone, actually the atmosphere of the author sets while writing the poem. These are the things which you can see here in this poem. Well, guys, now this was the end of this poem completely, and I hope you have understood the part of this poem thoroughly, and we will now meet with next part of the video of this chapter, maybe doing dealing with the exercises in next part of the video. Till then, bye, take care, and have a nice day. Thank you.